You join us once again for Finn versus History. I'm with Horatio Gould.
Hello, sir.
And we are talking about Gordon of Khartoum today.
Chinese Gordon.
Chinese Gordon.
Gordon Pasha.
General Gordon.
He goes by many names.
This fires me the fuck up.
Yeah, it's good
I'm
shit.
into this.
Yeah.
This very bittersweet moment in British history, I feel.
Go on.
The tail end of Empire when...
This is pomp, right?
Well, this
tail
is my
end is sort of
no, but as in
World
it's
War One, right?
What I mean is that it's you have men.
The
with,
rot is starting to set
the
in.
rot of anti-colonial forces set in, and these uppity natives have started beating us.
The spoil sports.
The spoil sports. Yeah. Gordon, the myth of Gordon at Khartoum, kind of. I think it's the idealism. You have men with such strong certainty, moral certainty.
Yeah.
And it's starting to be fragmented by the uppity natives.
Yeah.
That's why I guess there's a melancholia to it. It's the British underdog oppressor.
I mean, it's why every great British story will often be when we're the oppressor, but we'll find the one moment where we're underdogs.
We're a siege. Yeah, the oppressor is
it's Rorke's
besieged.
Drift. It's General Gordon.
Yeah.
Even like Agincourt, everyone we choose will always be us against
Dunkirk, us running away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But before Khartoum, I mean, Gordon has one of the most extraordinary lives.
Yeah.
He's like a Victorian Imperial hero.
Yeah, he's like a character from a book.
Have you read the Flashman books? Because they're kind of based on
No.
Gordon. It's very funny.
What are the Flashman books?
It's a series of books that are kind of a satire on like Victorian hero worship, where this character, Harry Flashman, he's in a different
When was it written?
In the 50s or 60s, I think.
Right.
But so it's sort of like
an absurd Victorian
it's like a
hero.
hopeless Bond where
Right.
he's painted as a hero back home, but in every battle he loses, and then much braver people accidentally get killed. He accidentally escapes, and he gets all the credit.
Brilliant.
I read them as a kid.
They should make a series of that.
They should. I should make it because I read them as a kid. George MacDonald Fraser. They're brilliant books, and they go. And I think Gordon's in the one in China. But Gordon is based on the. This is it's. I mean, his life is extraordinary. I mean, he basically goes everywhere.
Yeah.
He's like, who would you say is like fucking? He's Anthony Bourdain, sort of.
Yes.
He's the British Empire's Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
He was born January 1833 in Woolwich.
That's where my family's from. So we're probably knocking about similar times, actually.
He was from a military family, and obviously he will die at Khartoum. Assailed by sort of proto-jihadis.
Yeah.
So this is the long road to Lee Rigby, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering where you were going to go.
People from
there.
Woolwich fighting Islamic extremism.
Yeah. I guess it's never been framed in that way.
It hasn't, but as that's part of our podcast.
Is that what if you're doing a massive biography
of Lee Rigby
of Gordon, would it be called The Long Road to Lee Rigby?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean, I'd have a flick through in the bookshop, but I don't think I'd buy it.
Really?
I'd have to see, but
I think it's vital context for Lee Rigby's murder.
Right.
I would say is Gordon at Khartoum.
Right.
Anyway, so Gordon is he's from his family's like been in the British Army for years, centuries, decades, generations is the word. He was the 9th of 11 children.
So he's sort of born in the middle of Pax Britannica.
Britannica.
Right, so it's post-Napoleonic Wars, before First World War, where there's sort of like, this is the kind of height where there's no real superpower challenging Britain.
That's when he's born, yeah. So I guess so. But he's obviously he's a sort of military kid. He goes around the empire as postings, and then he comes back to Woolwich, and he sort of joins them as like an officer cadet. And he's a fucking cheeky chappy.
Sure.
From a young age. He would ding-dong ditch the servants of Woolwich.
What is ding-dong ditch?
I don't know. Charlie, can we Google what ding-dong ditch is?
Right.
You ring a doorbell and then you run away as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So he's sort of antisocial behaviour, really.
Sure. You ever been ditched?
No, I don't think I ever was ditched.
You have been ditched.
I bought like 12 people around a donuts, like from Krispy Kreme, and then I came out and no one was.
Got ditched. I mean, it's brutal.
Did you eat all the donuts yourself?
Yeah,
that's what I would have done.
Oi, lads, let's ditch him.
And then they kind of bullied me on MSN afterwards.
Oh. Afterwards? They
said
went
I wasn't being myself because it was the first time that we'd hung out with girls, and then apparently I was really shy.
He would prank the Woolwich cadets that were nicknamed the Pussies.
Right.
Because this is relevant to me because we're currently trying to move my daughter away from calling her vagina a front bum, which we find gross, but she's adamant. One of her friends hilariously calls it a gina, but says it like Trump says China. China! Mummy, my China hurts! China! I got a China! It's very funny. Very, very funny. Went to a kids party.
Piss party?
Went to a kids party with her this weekend, and she was just in the back of the... Not a piss party. It was a soft play party. Not a piss party. I do not go to piss parties with 4-year-olds, but there was a 4-year-old in the back of my car shouting, "Look at my China!" Very, very funny.
I got the biggest China.
Biggest China.
Biggest China in
My
year
school, I
one.
got the biggest China in this school. Anyway, when does pussy become a vulgar slang?
It first appeared in the 1880s.
Well, that's when Gordon dies. We can trace...
It's the end of an era.
It is the end of an empire. The end of empire starts when Gordon dies at Khartoum. He's abandoned by Gladstone, and people start calling Ginas
People
pussies.
read in the newspaper about the siege of Khartoum, Gordon's death, and they're like, that's just a fucking pussy, isn't
fucking
it?
dirty pussy.
What do Victorians call vagina? Let's see the most repressed people in all of history. Box. Box is a Victorian.
Nothing. They call it nothing.
Interesting.
A clever slang term playing on Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing, implying the thing itself.
Get nothing out.
What did you do last night? Nothing. You gotta go on nothing.
Fanny.
Lady bits. Disgusting.
Scroll up, private
Lady
parts,
bits.
burning shame. There we go.
That's
more.
That's what I call periods, and I would like to bring that back.
Yeah. So fanny is a Victorian word. That makes sense.
We're trying to progress from lady bits to front bum to fanny.
What is fanny the one that you would be
my
most
wife, my wife's all for fanny. I still find that a bit. I find that a bit funny. I mean, none of them are good because Willie is so childlike and obviously that's what a boy calls his dick.
Yeah.
It's Willie.
It's silly.
It's silly and it's harmless and it's not sexual at all.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for. But the female ones, they don't have an equivalent.
What about twat?
Yeah.
Put your twat away, please. You can't go to school with your twat out. Put your twat away. No, it's too harsh.
You can't get your rat out at school.
No 4-year-old has a rat. Okay? That's not...
They got a mouse, I guess.
Mouse?
Like a little mouse.
Charlie.
Charlie. Okay? Charlie. No, but my point is that, I don't know, Chinese Gordon. We're talking about Chinese Gordon. Where on earth were we? I don't know. The pussies, that's
pussies,
right. Yeah. So at school, basically, there was what I wanted to get to is that when he was at school at an officer cadet, age 15, he's highly strung. And we'll find out sort of later in the story why he's so highly strung and repressed. But he once headbutted a senior corporal down some stairs and through a glass door.
Wow.
And he was alleged to have struck cadets with a clothes brush. So he was held back by 6 months because he was basically he was a hothead.
Yeah,
he was
tantrums, yeah.
Charlie's just Googled autism ? There is a question mark about him having autism.
I don't think there is a question mark. I think it's pretty full-blown.
But I think...
Even because that went under the radar, but I think you just have to look at his life. And
the word autism doesn't really hold water in Victorian society because it wasn't like similar to now how ADHD, we live in an ADHD world.
Right.
So if you have ADHD, it's like, well yeah.
Yeah. That's the
era. That's the era. I feel like the Victorians...
Sort of like how everyone had dysentery, they'll look back at this period.
Exactly.
Well, obviously, there's the 2020s, they all had
You
ADHD.
could frame history as like, well, those were the diarrhea years.
What were the diarrhea years?
I don't know. Till yesterday.
Finn Taylor, it's you looking out the window. The diarrhea years.
That's my travelogue through India. The diarrhea years.
The diarrhea diary. The
diarrhea of a CEO. Me going on and telling him what I've learned. I went to India and I found myself. All right. Diarrhea of a CEO. Yeah. No, you'd say the British Raj was the diarrhea years.
Yeah.
East India Company onwards to
golden
about
age.
Yeah, it was a golden age. But no, you could, when you now live in an ADHD age.
Yeah.
And the Victorians, they're putting dresses on chair legs. That's about as autistic as it gets. They're so precise. They're so coded. They're so ordered.
I wonder if it was kind of easier to be autistic in the Victorian age because there's so many social rules.
That's what I mean.
But if you're autistic, you can learn social
rules. Follow the routines. Yeah, exactly.
It's when it's all up for grabs.
Like nowadays. It's all a fucking free-for-all. Yeah. What am I meant to be doing?
I mean, one thing I've always
Why have I got diarrhea?
One thing that I don't think is an autistic thing to say, I think this is a general thing. We need to work out how to say hello to a new woman?
Yes,
do you know what I mean? It's not clear.
Yeah, it's not clear.
You can't shake their hand
I hate it.
if they're wearing makeup and a dress.
You know how I solved this problem?
What?
Don't meet any new women. I've met all the women I'm going to meet. Done. That gate is closed.
You're Gordon in cartoon.
I am. Wind the drawbridge up. We're just going to wait for help. I'm going to wait
You're
back
fighting
up.
down the stairs.
Go away! I don't know how to say hello to you. Hugging feels creepy. Shaking hands feels weird.
Yeah, it's weird. You can't high five them. Fist bump.
I remember going to house parties like 10 years ago and meeting someone new and not immediately getting the cue to hug. So then you put your hand down and they go, "Oh, hello, sir." And you go, "Fuck off. What do you want me to do?"
I
Kiss
usually
you in
go,
the mouth?
"All right, mate," and fucking shake their hand like they're a scaffolder.
Yeah, come here, love. Bring it in, love.
But then if they're like dressed very casually, then I think you can shake their hand.
Yeah, and also handshakes aren't for women. They don't have the bone structure to sort of carry them off.
A hug often's too intimate. Like
Far too intimate.
There should be like a.
For Christ's sake, I'm married.
Could you ruffle their hair?
Could do. Yeah. I once did that
or
after
Eskimo kiss.
I once did that after a one night stand that nothing had happened because she got far too drunk and I had to let her back into her house and stuff. So I basically put her to bed. It was all quite sort of sad. And then in the morning, I basically just didn't know how to say goodbye. So I just sort of ruffled her hair like a sort of blind child. Went, "All right, bye then." I just sort of left. This episode is brought to you by Frive.
Frive. It's like people who can't say three and they go free.
Yes, Frive. This is food to thrive. Are you busy?
Yeah, so busy.
I'm fucking busy.
Oh my God. I'm too busy to listen to other people. I'm too busy to check in with myself. I'm too busy to wipe my ass.
I'm in a constant battle trying to balance work, being a parent, wiping my ass, getting to the gym.
My solo sex life.
Your solo sex life?
Yeah, just a bit of me time.
Yeah. I've got so many big hopes and dreams for 2026, but it feels like there's never enough time in the day to balance all my needs and cook.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what? Fuck cooking.
Yeah. It's woke nonsense.
Cooking is woke nonsense.
Yeah.
Let's get back to basics, which is poor people bringing you food. Frive uses 100% natural ingredients cooked by in-house chefs.
No artificial flavours, no UPFs. What are UPFs? Ultra-processed foods.
Uber puffs.
We can guarantee there's no Uber puffs in these blokey meals.
These meals are for blokes.
Yeah. Real blokes don't cook.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
They're portion controlled. So, if you can't get fat off Frive meals unless you eat the entire box in a day, which you shouldn't do. They don't recommend. But again, we can't,
this is not a nanny state.
We can't legislate for how many portions you will eat in one go. We say it's portion controlled, but I don't know how fat you are.
Yeah, the British dream. You should be allowed to eat yourself into oblivion.
Take the handbrake off and just eat yourself to death. If you're neurodiverse, now we're talking. This is much easier because you can avoid the difficulty of food shopping.
Yes, it's very overwhelming for neurodivergent
Instant
people.
noodles, tomatoes, what's going on? Cut the crap.
Woman asking me how my day is. Welcome, thank you. Oh, fuck.
I've ruined it. I ruined it. Why can't someone just send me food to eat?
Yeah.
Well, Frive is what you need. If you're busy and want an hour a day back, go to Frive12345.co.uk/FVH, fat, vegan, homo, and you will get 40% off your first box.
Frive, love.
So Gordon is he's a man of the age.
Sure.
But he's cheeky, he's angry, he's having tantrums. In
Cheeky and angry is a wild combo.
Yes.
To be a cheeky angry man.
Angry guy. Yeah, it's going. That is, to be fair, that is
Changry.
I'm quite like that at home sometimes with the kids.
Well, you're
when
changry.
the cheekiness bleeds into just put your twat away.
For God's sake, put your rat away.
So what would be very funny is to call it a front twat.
That's
To
front
imply
twat
that there's
away.
a back twat.
We have guests over. Put that front twat away.
Put your front bum away and put your pants back on your back twat.
Yeah, back twat. I like
Back
that.
twat's great. I'm not gay. It's a back twat. In
And this is the point to get back to the plan.
1852, General Gordon becomes second lieutenant in the Royal Engineers.
Yeah.
He becomes, now this is around 21, he basically becomes an intensely religious man.
Yeah.
And this kind of defines his character.
Yeah.
I see myself a lot in this next sentence.
Right.
He particularly dislikes dinner parties, preferring physical hardship to socialising.
Yeah.
That's me all over.
Yeah, he's a real man of the age. That sort of like get out
Stick
there,
him up.
stick him up.
Yeah, he's cold plunging rather than speaking.
He certainly
to people.
earned his moustache. Do you know
Yes,
what I mean?
he
No
has.
man's earned their moustache more than this.
No. I don't like parties.
Yeah.
I would rather just sort of go for a run and then eat far too much.
Right.
He's absolutely begging for a fight. The entire something we see throughout his career, he's always asking someone, "Please let me get out. I want to smash whoever we're smashing right now."
Let's go.
And this is what I'm talking
Stack
about when I mean there's a sort of melancholy to him, because he's born in the peak of the empire, and yet he kind of comes of age just when it starts, when no victory is a foregone conclusion anymore, and we start losing stuff.
Well, do you think he was born a little too late?
Like by 10 years almost, I think.
Right. And this is how you empathise with him then?
Yes, because I feel I was born 110 years too late. Anyway, Gordon's initially sent to Corfu, but he's so eager to fight, he lobbies the War Office to be sent to Crimea, because in 1854, it's all kicking off over there.
And he wants to let me at him.
Let me at him. Now, the Crimean War, this is part of the Great Game.
Yep.
This is when Russia are in their imperial pomp.
Yeah.
And it's basically a fight between Britain and France and Russia to sort of protect British interests in India. I think.
There's constant territorial disputes just moving around Central Asia into India. And I think they just choose Crimea as the field to sort it all out.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Quote, "We do not, generally speaking, like the thoughts of peace. I expect I shall remain abroad for 3 or 4 years, which I would sooner spend in war. There is something indescribably exciting."
He's desperate for death.
Now he's
got a death wish.
There's a debate about whether he has a death wish or not.
He assumes he will die in war.
He wants a glorious death.
Yes,
as we'll see. I guess there's hubris to him.
Yeah,
I suppose. Anyway,
isn't hubris saying I will never die? If he's like, I want a glorious death and gets a glorious death, that's not hubris, right?
No, but I feel like there is some kind of Greek word for. There's a sort of dramatic irony within his story. Like I don't know.
I wonder if there isn't a dramatic, because normally there's dramatic irony where someone's just too egotistical and they get taken down for it. But he kind of gets exactly what he wants. Do you know what I mean? He sets out saying, I want to live this life. I want to die in a blaze of glory. Yeah. And he gets that exactly. Yeah. So what's that? That's just...
Sorry, just to give Charlie his dues. Yeah. He gets sent to Corfu initially, Gordon, and so Charlie just Googled Harvey Price, Corfu.
Yep.
And what was the joke you thought of?
What today?
Yeah. Very good. Anyway, Gordon gets sent to Crimea finally, and he arrives at Balaclava.
Is that where the balaclava comes from?
It must be. Let's just double check.
Because we had this problem with scone before.
The balaclava originates during the Crimean War. It's named after this battle here, where British troops, lacking proper winter gear, wore hand-knitted face coverings to protect themselves from extreme. So something that's become so appropriated by the IRA, right?
British.
It's British. Well, I love that. I absolutely love that. My culture is not your costume.
Yes.
IRA. That's ours. Kneecap. That's fucking hilarious.
Imperial Crimean War.
That is an Imperial British military dress that you're wearing on stage, saying "Get the Brits out."
Yeah.
Hilarious.
He says without laughing, with a lot of venom in his voice.
Hilarious.
Absolutely.
That's fucking hilarious. That's delicious. I'm going to start an anti-Irish English rap group called Shinbone. I'm going to try and get on after them at festivals.
I feel that's harder to
get clear.
It's harder to get off the ground. I think English people doing anti-Irish music now, I think that's quite hard to... It's hard to find an audience for that.
Kneecapper, I saw a story where the guy's he's in Japan and it's so funny because he's like, I never thought we'd fucking play Japan.
Yeah.
Why on earth are we playing Japan? It couldn't be further away from what we're singing about or even the language. So he arrives at Balaclava and is he a fusilier or he's an engineer? He's a military engineer, so he's basically building shit while he's out there.
Yeah.
So he's sent up to the trenches. He is a junior leader in a night operation on the 14th of February. He's basically meant to build like a sort of connection between two outposts.
And it's Valentine's Day, this is probably how he'd most want to spend his Valentine's Day.
It genuinely is.
Yes,
because
definitely.
there's a large, his sexuality is a constant, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
There's a constant theme throughout this this series and his life. My sense is that he's a non-offending homosexual.
Right.
Because in this era,
it is a crime.
That was a phrase.
So that's not what we're saying it should be.
No,
we're just saying
Sorry,
we're taking ourselves back to the spirit of the age.
I'm using the words of the time.
Yes.
You would be a non-offending homosexual.
Yeah. He's decided honourably, I am a homosexual, but I shall sheath my homosexual sword.
Yeah, for the good of society.
For Queen and country.
Yeah, I'm going to holster my back twat for the good, for the good of society. So he leads his men to some caves, and basically, while doing so, he gets caught in like friendly fire because of confusion, which then starts a Russian picket 150 yards away, starts to fire at him.
Yeah.
But his cool competence impresses people. He has this.
So even though this operation is kind of a fuck up, it's just his ability
which is where the whole Flashman thing's come from, because it's like he's just sort of careering blindly into situations, getting it wrong, and then somehow sort of escaping.
Yeah.
But this is where we first get a sense of his kind of. He's almost transcendental. His sort of death was nothing because he was made peace with God, right?
But he makes peace with God in a very modern Protestant way, right?
Yes.
Which is it's your own relationship to God. Mm-hmm. So it's like he reads the Bible and he's interpreting it in his own way. It's a very individual relationship he has with God. It's not.
Yes, it's not organised.
It's not organised. Yeah. He's getting his own things from it. He's reading between the lines.
Yes, totally. Yeah. He's drawing strength from God. So the Russians evacuate Sevastopol in 1855.
Yeah.
Gordon writes, I saw a splendid sight. The whole of Sevastopol was in flames. Great explosions took place while the rising sun shining on the place had a most beautiful effect. He gets off
he loves it.
On war.
Well, I mean, he must be, the cum must be bursting out of it. So any of this
it's got to go somewhere.
It's got to go somewhere.
What is it, Charlie?
Are there any of these sort of guys left? They just fucking love it. Into like war.
Ant Middleton.
There's lots. They're still in the army. They just have nowhere to really go.
Nowhere to go.
I guess the SAS occasionally they get a run out.
Yeah. That's what I quite like. You know, with the Trump thing, the Venezuela, I'm like, these the boys are getting a run out.
Yeah, it's just nice to get them
because these guys, you don't want to keep.
It's not
them...
their fault that they did it because if you're a Delta Squad member, you're not meant to think about the geopolitics of it.
You're also not really meant to be in normal society. I think it's sort of like it's a prison, really. Let's get these guys away, doing stuff.
Yeah, not saying it was right or wrong. It was nice to see.
It's like an XL bully needs a fucking walk. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You got to walk that dog. You know what I mean?
Because if
shouldn't be hanging around outside a shopping centre
who have the ability to do that, they need a run out, or else it's going to go out and
give them a walk.
They've got to be doing something. If they're just in the house, they're going to be tearing the place to shreds.
Trump walks into Delta Force.
They'll be flashbanging their family at breakfast.
And they're like, exactly. They need a run out.
They come down in the morning.
Yeah. Anyway, Gordon, for his service at Sebastopol, he's awarded the French Légion d'honneur, which I think it's quite telling that a British man wins the French Victoria Cross for actually not surrendering.
Yep.
So he then, after his delights in the Crimean War, he's seen action. He doesn't want to go back to England because he gets bored easily. This guy, much like Delta Force, they get bored. He needs a
run out. So, and to be honest, in this time, the problem with there's a lot of British guys who are kept in the house, kept in the country because there's no empire to go out to.
No.
Yes. Everyone's rattling around.
Well, look at the Falklands. Finally, they were like, fuck yeah.
Thai cave rescue. That was like, British dads got to run out. But here, if you're born here, you could choose any corner of the world. There's shit to get involved.
Never has a dog been so well walked than a British man during the 19th century. Yeah. So he then, he fucks off around Europe. He goes travelling, goes interrailing sort of. He goes to Armenia, which I guess would be in the Ottoman Empire at this point. Yeah. He goes back to England. He gets appointed to Chatham in the late 1850s. But really, the place where he makes his name, he's known as Gordon of Khartoum after his death, which we'll deal with that in the next episode. But really, before that, he's known as Chinese Gordon because a large part of that, and that's not just me calling him.
I know, but that does sound like an East End slang sort of nickname.
Yeah. Right, Chinese Gordon.
Right, Chinese Gordon. Yeah,
Chinese Gordon.
Why do we call it? We don't know.
Because he again China at this point is in the similar to us now.
Chinese Gordon sounds like Bash. That's like Big John.
Konnichibosh. China during this period of time is similar to how we are now. In that it's during a century of humiliation.
Yeah.
The family.
Yeah. Wait, so we're in the century.
We are in. I've said this before. We are currently living through a century of humiliation in that the family are a thing.
Yeah, and I think also China are probably going to take their revenge soon.
Oh, 100%. We're going to have.
There's quite a long queue of people.
Arguably,
because India are also on the rise.
Arguably, so Gordon goes out during the Second Opium War, which
is this our century of humiliation?
Yeah, this is our century of humiliation. I've said that before. Is that this is British culture and it's a family.
So you've gone from General Gordon to the family.
Yeah, it is. what we're watching now is the family who are a TikTok family who post videos like this, where they're dancing, holding some takeaway bags,
and the caption is
when Mum says yes to a Chinese.
Yeah.
Now, the opium.
Look, it's a century of humiliation. We've got to suck it up and bear
and
it.
we will come out of it the way China does, right? Or will we?
We don't know.
But so Gordon gets posted to China.
It could be a Greek situation where it's
it
another
could be,
2,000 years.
where we just go to sleep. But so we're in the Second Opium War. Now, the Opium Wars were basically the English and French forcing China to open up their ports to exchange drugs for silver.
Yeah.
Now, opium was banned in China, but the Brits basically fought them twice and then made them buy it.
We made a drug epidemic to make a market.
Yeah, we introduced fentanyl into China in
so
order
that we
to
could sell fentanyl to them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we wouldn't sell it in our own country.
It's one of the harder ones to justify the opium war.
No, we can't sell opium to our own people. We've got to drug the Chinese so that they pay for it.
It's one of the more cut and dry.
Don't shit where you eat. Sell drugs abroad. My point.
The British Empire acting like a cartel, but because they've got moustaches very clean, you can kind of get away with a lot.
Now what's happening is that in the way that we forced China to buy opium, China have forced us to into TikTok videos and brain rot.
Opium of the masses.
The opium of the masses, exactly. So we are now kind of, I frame this century as a sort of a reverse opium war.
Well, they're making us all brain dead and
exactly.
passed.
And it's banned over
Watching
there.
the family.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they got their own version.
They got their own version, but I imagine it's more respectable.
Definitely more controlled.
You know, is there a family out there? When Mum says yes to an English and they're dancing like this with bags of chips, you know, we can't know. So Gordon is bored in England and he's begging the War Office.
Yeah.
The War Office, we don't really have that anymore, do we?
But it's amazing that you can go to an office and say, "Put me somewhere,
please. I want to fight."
Just wherever.
Yeah, exactly.
Guyana,
just spin the globe.
India, Canada, you name it.
Brilliant. So he's begging to be. He's just begging for a fight.
Yeah.
Wherever the British are seeing action. So he receives a posting to China during the Second Opium War, and he arrives in China. Now, Britain at this point is mainly protecting Shanghai.
Because China was never a colony, but we just had like key ports like Hong Kong, Shanghai.
We had international cities.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
gets posted during the Second Opium War, and then during the end of that war, there is the destruction of the old Summer Palace, which is ordered by Lord Elgin of marbles fame, I imagine. So obviously not all antiquity is created equal in his head. And Gordon takes part in the burning of the Summer Palace, but is also regrets it greatly.
Oh, damn. Is it still in ruins?
Yeah, well, yeah. Because they made a new Summer Palace, wasn't it? So this is kind of I think
pretty naughty.
Is this maybe the sort of symbol of the century of humiliation for China?
Yeah.
It's their Parthenon being burned.
And does it feel like the kind of colonial rot is really starting to set in, where it's just starting to get a little, the romance of the Napoleonic Wars is now descending into kind of like pretty
selling drugs to the Chinese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
starting to, and even like the Nelsonian period, all of that, there was a bit more of an idea to it all.
But that's what I mean, is that Gordon is of that. Yes. He has the moral certainty.
He's part of the romantic era.
Yeah, and he has that moral certainty of someone who was born 100 years previously, and yet it's starting to get a bit icky.
It is getting icky, yeah.
With the Opium Wars over, Gordon now becomes involved in a conflict that had been going at the same time, which is we should do a series on because it's mad. It's the Taiping Rebellion.
I don't know much about the Taiping Rebellion.
The Taiping Rebellion is very funny. It's one of the most brutal wars in history.
Yeah.
Again, that's because it's in China, so there's just a numbers to it. Yeah, it's stat padding in a way.
Divide by 10.
Exactly.
Then have a look.
The Taiping Rebellion went on for 30 years, maybe, as a civil war.
Divide by 10, and then 30 years. What's that in?
Yeah, exactly. In Chinese, yeah. There was a guy called Hong Jiquan who believed that he was Jesus' younger brother.
Much younger, I imagine.
Much younger. I'm not sure.
Is it same dad, different mum?
Must be.
Yeah.
I know the Chinese calendar is slightly different to the Western one.
But if your view of the Christian God is like that of Zeus, where he's just always getting disguises and fucking everyone,
yes,
then you could just be stepbrothers with lots of people.
I guess
throughout
so.
history.
Yeah, I guess so. Now the and
30 million people might have died during the Taiping Rebellion.
Yeah, it's brutal, and
that's a lot.
Now they are. I'm not just saying this as a slur. They are called the Qing dynasty.
Yep.
So I will be referring to them as the Qings, but that's not a slur.
Yeah.
That's academic, right? So these fucking Qings, these Qings.
Yeah, but you can't say it like that.
What?
You can't say these fucking Qings.
I was having a bit of fun there. It's a bit of fun. But the Qings slap back hard against this.
Against the Chong dynasty.
Is there actually a Chong dynasty?
I don't know.
Because there's Chongqing, which we've talked about before, is a very funny name for a city. Is there a Chong dynasty?
There's a Song dynasty.
Song dynasty.
Right.
The Taipings they're like a millenarian.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a belief in a coming radical transformation of society, utopianism, like a sort of biblical final judgment. It's It's kind of that.
We've got Christ's younger brother, and he's going to lift us from salvation.
Yeah. God went to Thailand and fucked in as a sex tourist, and he's got a much younger kid called Hong Ji Quan. But also the Qing dynasty had been ruling China for a long time, and I think there was a lot of discontent about the Qings in general.
Well, there's discontent about the Qings.
Yes, there's a lot of discontent about the Qings by the Chinese people. So I think the Taiping Rebellion, I don't know how many people were like signing up because it was a Christian or sort of Christian thing, or whether they just hated the
There's a lot of other
rule.
Factors going on.
Yeah. So my point is that Gordon quite quickly gets assigned to protect these interests like Shanghai and Hong Kong, because these are sort of
international cities. Yeah. Dubai.
You'd have people moving to nowadays. You have influencers moving to Shanghai.
There, being like, motivational speakers.
Oh, it's so great. The weather's brilliant, and there's zero culture, and everything's glass.
Yeah.
And I can't stand outside for 10 minutes.
There's no tax because of all the slaves.
Yeah, isn't it brilliant? You abolish taxes and just use slaves.
The West has fallen. Like there's so many taxes, but it's much better over here with all these slaves.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Qings lacked a standing army.
Are they sitting down?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the terracotta.
Yeah, of course.
It became a sort of regional defence. So it was all like a mess of independent armies. And Gordon's one was called, amazingly, the Ever Victorious Army.
It's very much of the age.
Well, things in China are just, they have good names.
They do actually.
I don't know if it's a translation.
Yeah, like 100 victories forever, eternally, or something like that.
Yeah, or the Great Leap Forward.
Yes.
Or the, all this stuff it's so
number one best policy ever.
Yeah, it's named so with such grandeur.
Yeah.
But the Ever Victorious Army is kind of a hybrid force of Chinese soldiers, staffed by, officered by Europeans. It'd been organised by this American adventurer called Frederick Ward in Shanghai, and his successor Henry Bourdain.
What do we have adventurers now?
Well, that's what
you could be an adventurer.
Well, it's Anthony Bourdain, isn't it?
No, Ray Mears isn't an adventurer because he's in the home counties trying to make a fire.
He's a bushman. He's bushcraft.
Yeah.
Bear Grylls.
Mate, no, but he just wants to run away. Well, actually, you know what? It says British adventurer on there.
But the problem is, you can only be an adventurer if you're making content.
Top Jaw.
I don't know if they're. Maybe they're adventurers.
What else? They're the closest thing to Gordon we've got, I guess.
So. Yeah.
Gordon's going to Shanghai and saying, "What's the best ramen?"
You have to have YouTube content if you're an adventurer now.
Basically, it's those guys who go around abandoned cities.
Yeah.
Henry Bourdain is the successor to the Ever Victorious Army, the head of the Ever Victorious Army. He is an unreliable, arrogant, alcoholic. Now it says in the script racist,
but we don't know.
No, and what I have heard is that he didn't make efforts to hide his racism, which is not the same thing.
Go on.
Am I telling the truth or am I not telling a lie? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. You're saying he was too honest. Is maybe too strong a word.
He was honest. he said it like he saw it. He shot from the hip.
Right.
You know? He did not make attempts.
But if you're noticeably a racist in this age, what are you saying? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When everyone's unbelievably racist.
Yeah.
If people are like,
the extremes
me,
must
you're a bit
be extraordinary. My God. Wind it in a bit. Henry, God's sake.
We're all racist.
Yeah,
we're all like a racist.
We're all a bit of fun. We don't have to fucking, He's probably doing the eyes, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But more so, it must be, I don't even know where you go.
Yeah,
because everyone's doing the eyes.
Yeah, so I think it's like unlike other forms of racism, anti-Chinese racism is much more physical in its manifestation. In that, eyes, teeth, and then I think maybe the next step is like a little walk. Like a waddle?
Don't do the walk. Just do it sitting down. Don't get out your chair to be racist.
That's where I think...
We can sit here, drink gin teas and be racist like gentlemen. Yeah. Don't get up and do a big act out. Yeah. It's unbecoming.
It's too much. It's too performative.
How would a non-white person do anglophobia physically?
It's Tuesday.
No, there'd be the nose, wouldn't it? It'd be like
there's posh and there's working class. They're very two different. This is what's
so brilliant about the Brits is that we're so obsessed with class that we sort of you can't really touch
two nations
because it is two nations under God. Yeah. in that we can deflect any anglophobia as going, well, that's not me, that's those povos.
Ethnic slurs for white people.
Which currently teapot.
Apparently
that was used by white people in colonial Rhodesia. So that's the opposite of what we're looking for.
Hillbilly, honky.
Yeah, gammon.
Honky, yeah.
Cracker.
Yeah.
Gammon. I guess gammon pisses the white people off.
It does, yeah.
So I think gammon, they found one that actually rattles the cage a little bit.
Karen really rattles
Karen rattles the cage.
Yeah, Karen does rattle the cage. Yeah.
They don't. White men don't like Karen.
What's great about Karen is it's one that white men can use.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah. So it's the absolute...
What you didn't remember is how deeply sexist we all are.
Yes. Ha-ha! The final redoubt.
You're a gammon. Well, do not call me that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Don't be stupid.
Come on.
We're all having a bit of fun. Anyway, so now at some point, Li Hongjiang, who's the governor of Jiangsu province, he requests British help.
Yeah.
And so Gordon gets selected and he's nominated by the government. And this man, Li, is impressed with Gordon, saying it's a direct blessing from heaven, this coming of British Gordon. He's a glorious fellow. With his many faults, his pride, his temper, and his never-ending demand for money, he is an honest man, but difficult to get on with.
Honest man, difficult to get on with. That is autism, right?
That is, yeah. Too honest.
You just say what you know.
Which again,
you don't read social cues.
We could say of Henry Bourdain being not hiding his racism. I'm too honest. I'm difficult to get on with.
Is it honest if you're doing a walking act out?
A Chinese waddle, as well as the eyes and the teeth.
What is the waddle?
I'm being honest.
I don't know. You could do the...
Can you do it?
No, I can't do it, actually. But
It's
I nearly did.
It's escalating, isn't it? So you start with the teeth and the eyes, which we're not going to do, and then you get up and do it. Maybe how do you escalate from there? How do you build on the racism that you've already found?
I know what you do for like a Japanese noblewoman with the feet together.
Yeah,
and you could do that little walk.
And maybe with the Japanese, you do a little giggle, and you'd bow. There's lots of things you could. I don't need to. You know. If you would like...
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it come.
If you like the masterclass that Finn's running on...
Yes, I will be hosting my racism masterclass inside the racist studio. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it racist.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Gordon takes over in Jiangsu on the 25th of March, 1863, commanding nearly 4,000 men. Now, maybe we should place this, because we haven't placed this quite yet. 1863, after the Crimean War...
Before Jack the Ripper.
I was going to say before Crimea River.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Commanding about 4,000 men, and Gordon imposes strict discipline from the start. So he doesn't like any looting, which is kind of customary in Chinese warfare because that's how they get paid, is looting. And
this is a real problem.
He bans hard liquor, which is odd because I think there's a lot of rumours about him being an alcoholic himself, but maybe that might be later. And this is where he gets his sort of main idiosyncrasy, is that he's known for leading his troops into battle armed only with a wicker cane. And the Chinese think this is like a magic wand.
Right.
But it is basically just like a sort of fuck off.
Yeah, yeah.
Get back. It's a schoolmaster with a cane. Now the Taipings...
He's spanking their botties.
He's spanking Chinese botties. He's spanking Chinese back twats. Anyway, now the Taipings are notoriously cruel. They take... small boys, having murdered their parents, and they then raise them as child soldiers.
So at least they're taking responsibility, then they're raising them.
Yes, no, I mean, you could make many...
Fatherhood is tough.
It is.
You'd know.
Many cultures, the father just sort of has license to sort of run away.
Yeah.
Not in
no, they're going to raise an army of child soldiers, give them a job.
Gordon has a big... Is this where his fondness for sort of street urchins begins? We can't know. But... he, quote, I saved one small creature who had fallen into the ditch and trying to escape, for which he rewarded me by destroying my coat with his muddy paws.
Sounds like he loves it, though.
He loves it.
He loves it.
Look, I've got paw marks all over me. My coat's all dirty. So Gordon decides that the rebels in Quinzan must be cut off from Soochow. So he takes a steamboat. I mean, I love the steamboats, paddle steamers.
Steamboats fire me up.
I just love this era. Anyway. He takes Quinzan easily, And he says, the rebels certainly never got such a licking as before.
Licking's great
Licking's
as well.
great.
Yeah. We'll lick them tomorrow.
However, after the capture of Quinsan, Gordon's troops mutiny over a lack of loot. And he then, I think he shoots someone and immediately disciplines.
So he manages to discipline them. Yeah, so he's got very strong moral principles, even if pragmatically it doesn't always work.
So again, it kind of feeds into the potential autism for the man. So
he's got a routine and a structure.
He does.
And they're like, no, we want to do this, but I thought we were doing this, and I cannot deviate from my daily routine.
Yes.
What's your most effective discipline method? Do you do like the countdown method with your kids?
Yep, I do countdown.
What's the scariest and best method?
Well, yours is against the wall, right? Into the corner.
First against the wall. No, it's Daddy's going to get angry soon.
And does Daddy ever get angry?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hit kids. Don't believe in hitting kids.
But it would be easier.
It would be much easier. I don't believe in gentle parenting. I do think you should hit gentle parents, though. I think they should fuck off.
Well, it's your spanking gentle parents.
No, I'm hitting them in the face. I think I'm not spanking them. Discipline's difficult. It's difficult.
Could you punch like a pillow next to them?
You're in
That's too much.
If you're
punching a pillow next to them.
If you're on the train and a gentle parent is letting their kid run wild, they're just expressing their creativity. You should be allowed to grab them, put all their trousers down, and start spanking them like they're a child themselves.
Yes,
I think that's a way of.
I think that's fine. Yeah. I think hitting gentle parents is fine. Hitting kids is not fine.
What about crying in their face? If you had like bloodshot, terrified.
Oh, you mean they're crying and then
you're crying and like you.
I've always thought that.
Just like.
Yeah,
I don't know if it builds a good culture in the house though.
I don't.
If the person in charge is.
Problem is that you then don't leave yourself much emotional room to go.
Yeah.
For quite urgent situations.
Because tears don't really mean much.
If you're trying to get them to put their trousers on and you're and you're like the end of Rocky, like Adrian, then I feel like when they're running towards a road and you want them to stop, you don't have much.
Yeah.
Anyway, Suzhou had been occupied by the Taipings for 4 years in 1863. And their leaders, La Wang and Mo Wang, because Wang is Chinese for king.
Okay, they're not brothers.
They're not brothers.
The Wang brothers.
They might
Phil
be.
Wang.
They might be. Phil Wang means Phil King. There's a betrayal amongst the Wangs, and Mo Wang gets dismembered.
Yeah.
And he's assassinated by Kong Wang and Sing Wang. And
Confusing.
then La Wang escaped. I mean, listen, I don't know. It's fucking
Number
Wang.
Wang.
It is number Wang. It is number Wang. That's number Wang. I've got no idea. Number Wang was someone else. I think.
It's number Wang escapes.
Yeah, number Wang escapes. Anyway, Suzhou gets surrounded by the Qings.
Led by the forces under Chang.
Fuck me. Right. Yeah. So, the Wangs are under the kosh by the Qings, who's led by Chang.
By a guy called Li Hung Chang.
And then, anyway, thankfully, Gordon.
There we go.
Thank fuck. The life raft of an English name in the Taiping Rebellion. He's nearby with his ever victorious army. Which is like calling it. It's like calling an army perfect fried chicken.
Yeah,
like a kebab shop. Anyway, he negotiates a conditional surrender with Wang, and he guarantees the lives of the rebels, protections for civilians, and no looting. This is the age of kind of liberal interventionism. In that it's like we are the moral
Blairism.
It is. Well, he's proto-Blairism.
Right.
Despite Gordon negotiating with the Wangs and the Qings and the Changs.
I mean, not an easy job.
Suzhou gets sacked.
If you're called Gordon and you have to sort out the Wangs, the Qings, and the Changs.
Wangs, Qings, Charles. Christ.
Is Gordon the most English male name going?
Gordon. I really like the name Gordon. My wife. I was trying.
My wife's called Gordon.
My wife's called Gordon. I call my wife Gordon. I call my wife General Gordon.
Or her back twat.
She's got a cane as well.
Call it
Gordon's back twat.
General Gordon.
Her bum is called General Gordon. Yeah. The last siege of the last stand at Khartoum. She's died in the toilet. Anyway, so Christ, Suzhou gets sacked. I mean, this must be Big John's favourite history.
Yeah.
Suzhou gets boshed when the city is captured on the 5th of December, and despite Gordon's orders, despite the liberal interventionist instincts, despite this is cricket, this is how you take a city, there is widespread looting, arson, rape, and mass slaughter. And Gordon tries to intervene.
But the whole army the whole time has been like, let us rape.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And it's just every single time, you got to let us rape.
But that's how the Chinese are getting paid.
So the troops are getting pretty upset.
Yeah.
They're upset. You've hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
They really want to
We
rape.
need to have a discussion about rape for the morale of the troops.
Yeah, they're really upset.
Yeah. They are. Oh,
Come on.
come on. I want to walk.
Exactly, yeah. Take me out.
Despite having surrendered under the guarantees of safety, the Wangs and the other typing leaders are executed by the Qings.
I am lost. I don't know who's... I don't understand
It's very
who's...
simple. On one side, you've got Gordon.
Yeah.
Right, and
With who?
the ever victorious army.
And who's in
He's
that?
allied with the Qings, who's led by the Changs.
Oh, led by Chang.
Led by Chang.
Yeah.
They're fighting the Wangs, who are in the Taipings. And we're all in a city called Suzhou. Bash.
Bash.
Anyway, the Wangs...
Why has Gordon sided with the Qings led by Chang?
Because he's against the Taiping rebellion, are the rebels against the Qings.
But why is he siding with the Qings?
That's the Chinese government, who Britain had come to an agreement with after the Opium Wars.
Fine.
Even though the Taipings are sort of Christian, but they're not, because it's just some Chinese guy who says he's...
The Brits have sided with the government that they sold opium to silver.
Yes, it's
and now we're allies.
Yes, because we're drugging them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Against these murderous Manson family sort of pseudo-Christians.
Right.
It's all very simple.
Yep, sorry.
One of the Wangs, basically, at some point, there's a lot of rape and pillage, and they all get murdered by the Qings, and Gordon demands arrest and a trial for the treachery of Chang.
Yeah.
Gordon gets devastated, and he threatens to resign, and he withdraws his force.
Right.
So the Imperial Army, or the Imps, as Gordon calls them, they want the honour of taking Nanking, which was the Taiping capital.
Right.
So this is west of Shanghai.
And Gordon's not that bothered about that.
Gordon was like, well, yeah, they should. It's their country. They should have But so he disbands the ever victorious army in June 1864. He then goes to Beijing to advise on the military.
He closes the group chat, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think no one really ends group chats, do they?
I archive them all.
They're just there.
Yeah.
Group chats are forever.
Every now and then on like a stag do WhatsApp group that's been latent for 4 years, they'll be like, I've got tickets to the cricket. Do you want to?
Yeah. It's once you resummon a dead WhatsApp group, it's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
It is like it's playing with the dead.
People in there who are friends of like an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
like,
you can't do that.
I want to cut them out.
Yeah,
you know,
you're waking someone from the dead.
Yeah, you are
to wreak havoc.
Lazarus. Anyway, he then gets given this unprecedented honor of given the yellow jacket of the Imperial bodyguard, which had never been given to a foreigner before. It's like the highest Chinese sort of Imperial honor
so like
you can
Freddie
get.
Mercury jacket, right? Let's have a look.
Yeah, there is. I think the photo's there. Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is there's now a movement. So you know the kind of whole weeb movement.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is this is kind of
he's not a weeb though, because weeb is white guys obsessed with Japanese culture, and because basically there's an oversaturation of white guys obsessed with Japanese culture.
Yes,
there was a moment where it was a bit niche, but now they're flooding Japan. Just everyone likes anime, so now the based goated move is to do that for China.
Cheeb.
Yeah, a cheeb, to be a cheeb.
Which is a very good name, actually, for a front bum.
Put your
cheeb away.
Cheebs look down on weeps, is what I'm saying.
I've got 2 chebs and a cheeb.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, you're saying that we should all get into Chinese culture.
Well, I'm just saying that's where the movements go, and now it's kind of looked down. It's now seen as a bit gauche to be into Japanese culture. But Chinese culture's coming back.
Do you know where that's coming from?
Where?
That's the current opium war we're fighting against the Chinese
they're feeding
TikTok.
it.
They want you to become a cheeb.
Yeah.
They want you hooked on Chinese slurry.
Yes.
They want the 5G masts. You know?
They're going in through Big John.
Big John is a fucking...
he's
a
an
dark agent
He's
for
a
the
foreign
Chinese
agent.
state. He is a foreign agent. Big John is a cheebophile, whatever that is. He's also a Chinese state agent during our current century of humiliation. My point is, Gordon disbands the ever victorious army. He gets given this big yellow jacket, but he kind of... Some stuff he says, I'm not accepting that because your boys were so disgraceful in the rape and the loot at Suzhou. Gordon refuses some honours, and he returns to England with his Chinese jacket, and he gets known as Chinese Gordon. And in 1864, he begins some charity work with young boys, and we will get into maybe what that means, as well as his return to action in Africa on our next episode.
The big one.
We will deal with the big one. We will deal with his heroic last stand at Khartoum.
We're also doing a Patreon episode where we're going to review the actually very good film.
Very good film.
Cartoon, which I think has been lost to the annals of history because of its unbelievable use of blackface.
Sheer amount of blackface.
But if you look past that, it's actually a bit of a hidden gem.
If you were a fan of Tropic Thunder because of Robert Downey Jr.'s character,
but nothing else
about the film, you will love the film Cartoon, and we both watched it last night. It's a genuinely brilliant film.
It's great. It's sort of like Lawrence of Arabia, really.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Lawrence of Arabia only has one bit of blackface. I think the 100 blackfaces is probably what.
Yeah, when you're using as extras white guys blacked up in crowd scenes, goat behavior. In my view, why should blackface only be in the main character? It should be non-speaking roles.
It should be the background. Yeah, just
background artists, background artists. I'm a big believer in
background artists.
If I was a director nowadays, I'd make a film that was very politically correct, but some of the background artists would be blacked up, and I would just see if anyone would notice.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be fun?
So just street scenes.
Yeah. Just someone watching me like
pepper in.
Is that guy?
You don't want to bring it up because it feels a bit.
Because then it feels like you're the problem.
Yeah, because also if you do that and they're not blacked up, then that's suddenly it's on you.
Exactly. Yeah. Just a little.
So how realistic with the blackface? It would be slightly off.
No, it'd be 60s blackface. In that it's
white hands.
It's very obvious. It's just very obviously paint, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Weirdly,
I'm pretty sure in the film there are black actors who have been even more blacked up.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Well, I think there's brown actors who have been, because I guess they're just very liberal. They just didn't think about it once. I just love
the idea of
about the colour shift in the makeup chair. No. You'd never have a thought once about that.
That's what I love is that a white director with a white makeup actor getting a black guy and going, "We'll make you blacker." Yeah, you need to be blacker.
They have like a colour chart.
Yeah.
Blacker.
Anyway, we're discussing that film on the Patreon this week, and you get instant access to our next episode where we will deal with Cartoon. But for now, if not, we'll see you on Thursday for the continuation of our General Gordon series. Goodbye.
Goodbye.